What's up, YouTube? Just bring you guys a quick defensive breakdown. I don't really want to call it an ebook or anything, because unlike offense, where I can kind of tell you guys, good plays to call versus what, defense is a lot of adjusting and knowing your opponents is or your opponent's tendencies, where everything kind of changes every game. So, gonna give you guys an overview of the team real quick. Obviously, you do not have to have a team as good as mine. I know that I kind of have the best player in every position. You do not need this, okay? What you do need is you need five DBs. You need four that will play most of the game. You need five in case you need them. So here I have, Gilbert, Moore, Leonard Moore, and then Rod Woodson. You do not need all these LTDs. I promise you don't. But what we do want is if you can afford 2 discounted house calls as of Season 2, I'm sure if you guys see this in the future, it's different. We really want at least 4 house calls. So I have these on my 2 outside corners and my free safety. All these are house calls. All these are bronze house calls. This allows us to catch picks a lot better. Very important. The other thing I'll tell you guys is very important, depending on who your DBs are. If you can get this strategy card right here that gives +1 man coverage to, I assume that's my defensive backs. I don't really know who gets, I think it's my corners. But we want this +1 man for our corners. And then if you can get this Boise State team strategy item for +2 man, +1 zone, what this allows me to do is obviously we have higher man coverage. But if you look at it, it allows Jordan Gilbert, I don't know if he already had 90 man or if he's up to 90 man. He already had 90. Okay, so he has 90 man coverage, and we really want to hit these thresholds. So on Heisman, used to Madden difficulty, sorry. On Heisman, your thresholds tend to be 75 and 85 for better animations. On All Pro for Madden or All American for college, which is your normal head-to-head difficulty, it's 80 and 90. So hitting that 90 threshold will give you better man and zone. So, and I base out of man a lot. So Leonard Moore here, right? He has 87 man base. But with these strat cards or whoever you guys have at corner, he goes up to 90. So we just want to boost those stats a lot. Like for me right now, I have 3 guys with 90. Gilbert, Moore, and Rod Woodson all have 90 man coverage. So it just helps them play a little better. The other thing I'll tell you, I really like Hugh Green here. I like my right edge rusher just to be really fast. So he's like 90 acceleration with my theme team. That's really the most important stuff. Really, other than that, we just want 4 house calls. And it's just as good as corners as you can get. Playbooks for this, there's a lot of playbooks you can run this out of. I run this out of Miami on the defensive playbook. So, let me kind of give you guys a quick breakdown. Sorry. I really run about 3 formations on defense depending what I'm playing against. So, I'll start with my base formation and the base coaching adjustments out of that, and then obviously you guys are going to have to make some adjustments on your own. But here's what I really do. So, first thing I'm going to do is flip sides. So let me just call some plays real quick and then flip sides because it's, shout out to practice mode. I respawn this ball here. Back it up. And then I think I have to run, right? Oh, no, I don't. Okay, so here's my coach adjustments. My base defense, I start every game in unless it is 5 wide. I will explain this a little bit. Auto flip off. Option read key conservative. Pitch key aggressive. RPO read key conservative. Pass key conservative. This way they just guard the passes or the QBs on reads. It makes it easier. Then I do 5-yard flats, 20-yard curl flats, close safety depth, and pinch safety width. Okay? Now in 6-1, I have to do an adjustment just because of my theme team, but, this is why I said 4 corners, right? I base in 4-3, even 6-1. So I have Rod Woodson, Gilbert, Moore, and the other Moore. Okay. So the play that I like to come on here is Sam Will Blitz. And what I like to do is you need to flip the play. See how like these 4D linemen ignore the outside linebackers. How 2 of them are close and 2 of them are spread out. We want these spread out ones on the left. Let me just call, can I just get like random bunch ace or random bunch strong nasty. All right, so what I like to do here is we see it's a lot of man coverage. So the things I like to start with is I take away the middle of the field, I shade inside. I'm going to put both my linebackers on these 20-yard curl flats. This takes away, corner routes, slot fades, and if someone like hits a zig route or something, it gives you someone there to be ready to wrap up and make a tackle, right? So it's pretty good. Now for the defense, the reason I say we need to move these 2 guys to where the spread out guys are on the left side is to hit your left arrow on the D-pad, R1 for stunts, and then select left Texas 2-man. And then do a contain. And what this will do is it'll give you a stunt on the left side, and if they try to roll away from it, it still contains the right. So if I'm snap the ball here, hopefully this isn't a run. And, okay, of course it's a run. But that's kind of the base setup. This is my base defense again. So just to walk through that, I come out, I do a Texas 2-man, left Texas 2-man, I contain, and I zone out my linebackers. And then I kind of just shade inside. And then I'll tell you, start rock committing people. Like kind of where you think they're going to go, rock commit inside. So the way you do it, you hit triangle, then X for individual, select the receiver icon, and then you can flick your left stick inside or outside to route commit them. Just helps with coverage. So let's see what we get this time. And then I like to hover right over this gap here. So like I said, if he gets out, you still have those linebackers out there to kind of make some traffic. The other thing I'll tell you guys to do, have a plan. This is the biggest tip I can give you guys right here. This is kind of pro level stuff. Right now I man up on the running back, right? If I'm basing in man coverage. If he puts him on a wheel route or something, I don't want to guard that, okay? Like, I do not want to run 90 yards down the field with my user on a wheel route, okay? Have a plan to what to do if the running back goes out, because he is your responsibility. So that could be, hey, he's running a lot of Texas routes. I'm going to user the Texas route, which you do need to use your Texas routes. So if it's a Texas route, just know, hey, I'm using it. If not, if it's a lot of wheel routes or something, just know, like, hey, right here, I'm going to switch stick to the curl flat on the bottom left, right, or the linebacker curl flat. So for me, it's down left on the switch stick. So assuming that it's not a run play here, have him snap the ball. I think it's a pass play, right? Snap the ball. I'm switch sticking down here. Granted, I got the corner because he did motion, but I'm getting off and I'm switch sticking right away. There's not a wait. I'm not reading the coverage. I come out and I switch stick immediately, right? So if it's a Texas route, have a plan. I think it's inside zone. I don't know, so I'm switch sticking here. I got a plan, and we're getting off. And that way that I don't have to use the running back angle, lurk something else, and really try to mess them up. So that's going to be the thing I give you about this. I will run this. Let's ignore the fact that I will run this defense a lot. Most people cannot beat it. I will tell you, most people struggle to beat this defense. It's very difficult because you're getting decent pressure. It's harder to roll out on. They really can't bomb you because of your curl flats. You got, that's why I said 90 man's key, so you get better coverage. The other two formations I run real quick are single mug and double mug. Single mug. Really, the play I call the most out of here is cover 4 quarters. Let me just call a strong. I'm just going to corner strike because I know it has routes. Okay, so what I do here, once you get out of 6-1, I sometimes forget to do this in games. You have to turn your auto flip on, and then your zone drops off. Right? Zone drops off, auto flip on. Now, cover 4 quarters by default matches, right? And this is kind of what I like. So if I'm playing a guy in bunch A strong, we were talking about if you guys watch my offensive ebook, those stem corners, all we need to do to guard this is just simply move this quarter flat like right here, and it'll bag it every time. I can't show you because I have 2 controllers in cut practice mode, but just move them out, it will be bagged, I promise you. So if I'm playing a guy like that, I run a lot of match coverage, I'll be honest. Kind of adjust to what he's doing out of it and switch stick, but I run a lot of match. But for the D-line, we're going to spread the D-line, spread the linebackers, and then like how we did that stunt, left arrow R1, but we're going to go to the left, and we're going to call Texas 4-man. This is a stunt I'm sure you guys are very familiar with. A lot of people run it. It gives you these loops right up the middle of the field. Right, you see right here, my players start looping, causes disengages. It's just a great pressure stunt. So again, spread, Texas 4-man. If I think they're running stem corners, I motion out. If I think they're not running stem corners, which again I know what this play is, but right, so he kind of gets up there and bags that corner out. If let's say most people don't run stem corners because they don't, all I do is shade down. I just run cover 4 hard flats, and then a very common adjustment. I'll start with this. If they attack the middle of the field, I look for, hey, which of these inside quarters right here is not guarding a seam streak? So right now, Gilbert is not guarding a seam streak. There's nobody running a seam streak. So I put him on a vertical hook, and then I kind of roll these guys to thirds like that. So I kind of turn it into cover 3, but this way I have to look at previous play and the zone alignment. They have no idea this is cover 3. No one's like sees this and goes, oh yeah, that's cover 3. No one's ever said that. So it just gives you a good switch up to help take away. Obviously, we're still getting up stem corners because that's just what's open. But so again, to recap, always do your Texas 4-man. I either like to run match or I shade down, vertical hook, and then roll this into thirds like this. And then get switch sticky. That's what I run out of single mug. Really the only 2 plays I call to this. This is what I call, I will say, versus 5 wide, I call cover 4 quarters and shade down a lot because do not run 6-1 versus 5 wide. I will just tell you, you will get killed. So that's single mug's probably the second most called defense I run. And then if I'm playing dudes that are like running a lot of RPOs and stuff, I come to double mug and I run Tampa 2. It's going to be very similar. So I'm not going to call RPOs, but let me call dagger. Again, same thing. We're going to spread the D-line, spread the linebackers, and then call Texas 4-man. Same kind of concept. I like single mug that is quarters more. And then from here, you just kind of adjust your zones. I like to base a lot of the cover 2, see how people attack it. And then if, let's say, they start attacking the right sideline. Well, then I will start rolling my, I'll start rolling my coverage like this. Right? So this way I have a cloud flat there to stop a corner out with a third. You kind of just adjust to it. But really the key here is single and double mug, spread the D-line, spread the linebackers, Texas 4-man. And then this is kind of my third backup defense. I will tell you, if someone's like completely kicking your ass, don't keep calling the same defense. I love my 6-1 defense. If people are frying my man coverage, I'm not gonna sit there and just get fried. I'll start coming out in single mug or double mug or trying to adjust to them and things like that. So yeah, those are really the two formations I call again versus like 5 wide or really I call start single mug or double mug for like weird RPOs. Or if I just I kind of like double mug versus some things. If not, I base this 4-3 even 6-1 with those 20-yard purples, turn auto flip off, and the zone drops on. Last thing I'll tell you guys, if you run 6-1, a lot of people start calling that read Y flat play, that RPO. Just call cover 3 sky. Let me go call it for you guys real quick. It's kind of be a free tip for those of you guys that watch to the end here. Where's read Y flat? All you have to do here, spread the deal. You can do the exact same defense we just talked about, the Texas 4-man. Just shade down. This slot corner hard flat will guard the tight end every time, I promise. So all you have to do is shoot the run, right? I come in to shoot the run. Of course, one time I show you, he gets blocked. I've never seen that guy get blocked in my life. Actually, I love practice mode so much. Let's run it one more time. Right, we kind of go, okay, why is this guy getting blocked now? Well, okay, I promise you in actual games, I've never seen this guy get blocked in my life. This is just great. But yes, so normally if you see this read Y flat, just come out and cover 3 hard flat, because the only plays they call to this are, well, the RPO or all go, and then if it's all go, literally just like use the seam streak and then switch stick to this guy to take the crosser, and it's bagged. So yeah, that's really going to be the defense. Again, quick overview. It's hard to really tell you guys what to do on defense, but I think these formations are helpful, and these kind of general concepts can be really usable. The only 2 things I'll tell you, please switch stick, especially in zone coverage. Learn your switch stick, learn where you want to go. And then 2, in man coverage, have a plan for the running back or whoever you're manned up on and be ready to switch stick if needed or know what you want to do. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the defense.